All right, welcome to another episode of the Ridiculously Lame Wrestling Show. I am Robert Lentini, and we're going to be going over the November 29th episode of SmackDown, the go-home edition of SmackDown before Survivor Series tomorrow night in Vancouver, Canada. Let's go over this whole episode of SmackDown, segment by segment, starting with the beginning of the show. The women's WarGames match is tomorrow night, and Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Bianca Belair, Naomi, and Bayley kicked off the show with a promo. Rhea Ripley said, everybody has someone they want to get their hands on in this match, and nothing is going to stop them from dominating tomorrow night at Survivor Series. Naomi referred to Rhea Ripley as Big Mama, which got a huge pop from the crowd. Belair said someone on the opposing team took out Jade Cargill, and she doesn't know which one of them it is, so she's going to beat all of their asses tomorrow night, regardless. And Io Sky said, shouted, "We are going to destroy you," which also got another big pop from the crowd. Raquel Rodriguez, Liv Morgan, Nia Jax, Candice LeRae, and Tiffany Stratton interrupted. They'll be facing the baby faces tomorrow night in the women's WarGames match. Liv Morgan laughed in everybody's face and wondered why they were so confident that they're going to win the match tomorrow night. Nia Jax noted that Bayley and Io Sky tortured Bianca Belair and Damage Control for years. I don't know how she forgot about that. And, also noted that Io Sky betrayed Bayley ahead of WrestleMania earlier this year, and Bayley defeated Io Sky to win the WWE Women's Championship at WrestleMania. Bayley claimed that Nia Jax has been manipulating Tiffany Stratton for months, but Stratton was too dumb to realize it. Jax claimed that Bayley should know all about having no friends. Liv Morgan suggested that it might have been Bayley who attacked Jade Cargill, because it's interesting that the second Jade Cargill is taken out of the match, Bayley's added. Morgan also said she was going to finish the job at Survivor Series and break the rest of Rhea Ripley's face. Ripley responded by saying she's going to cave Morgan's face in so bad that Dominic Mysterio won't even want to look at her. The heels come down to the ringside area, making it seem like they're going to go into the ring for a brawl, but Liv Morgan says, you know what, let's not do this tonight. We'll save it for tomorrow night. They go to leave. Ripley says, I don't want to wait. They all charge, have a brawl in the entrance ramp until security breaks them up. Decent segment, decent promo. I'm looking forward to the women's WarGames match. I'm really I don't know who the hell attacked Jade Cargill. They got me here. My pick would be for Bianca Belair to be the one who attacked Jade Cargill to end that tag team. I don't know what they're going to do. Are they going to relinquish the women's tag team championships? Jade Cargill apparently is not really injured. I thought that there was reports that they did this angle to write her off television as she's recovering for an injury. Some reports said she'll be back like after the Royal Rumble in January. I was like, holy shit, what happened? Then PW Insider yesterday said, she's not injured. So I have no idea what's going on, but I'm excited to find out who attacked her, because she's been taken out of the women's U.S. title tournament and the women's WarGames match. So Jade Cargill is going to return and be pissed off. Maybe this will be a big push for her, a big moment. Maybe it was Charlotte Flair who attacked her. Asuka returning, we'll see. But this is a fun segment to open the show. Andrade versus Shinsuke Nakamura was the first match of the night. This match ruled. This is a very good match. Andrade looked great in this match. He lost, obviously. They're building Nakamura up ahead of his United States Championship match against LA Knight tomorrow night. But Andrade looked great. He did nothing to be ashamed of, but he just couldn't beat Nakamura tonight. Shinsuke hit the Kinshasa for the pinfall victory. After the match, LA Knight rushes the ring. Nakamura's been attacking Knight in recent weeks. Knight tries to get some revenge. Didn't work out too well for the megastar. Nakamura spits black mist in Knight's eyes, and the United States champion's just writhing around in pain, shouting for water. The security and WWE officials dumping water on his face. And Nakamura's posing on the entrance ramp. This was a very good match and a great little segment after to get people excited for the United States Championship. I'll go over who I want to win that match and the predictions later on, but they've done the best they could with this build because Nakamura has been off television for months. I feel like I haven't seen him in like a year on SmackDown before he returned. So, they're doing the best they could with this match, and I'm excited for it. Bloodline, we're having a backstage meeting, but SmackDown GM Nick Aldis showed up. He said for the WarGames Advantage match tonight between Jacob Fatu and Jey Uso, he didn't want anybody ringside. And so he banned the OG Bloodline and the new version of the Bloodline. He told Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, Jimmy Uso the same thing later in the night. Nobody's interfering in the main event. Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano continue to hint at a breakup. They have an argument backstage. Ciampa says, look, if you have a better idea, I'm all ears, but I'll give you one more week to figure it out. But if you don't have a better idea, we're doing things my way. And Ciampa's way is just attacking everyone until they get another shot at the WWE Tag Team Championships. He accused Gargano of putting his friendship with the Motor City Machine Guns over DIY becoming the champions once again. Gargano was, just bewildered after. They showed him like a close-up of him after Ciampa walked away. He doesn't know what to do. We'll see. Again, if it were up to me, turn them both heel. Gargano without Ciampa isn't interesting to me on the main roster, and I don't think they're going to have Ciampa be a dominant singles run anytime soon now, so just keep them as a tag team and turn them heel. Have them be the main rivals for Motor City Machine Guns moving forward. One of my favorite parts of the night was next. Kevin Owens cut a promo. He listed dates of, when he was wrong. January 1st, 2021, Roman Reigns and Jey Uso threw him off a scaffolding, 15 feet below through a table. This was during the pandemic era. They showed the freaking Thunderdome. I completely forgot about that. I just tried to block out COVID-19 in the pandemic era from my brain completely forgot about the freaking Thunderdome. It was a blast from the past saying that. And then he also said Royal Rumble 2023. That's when Sami Zayn refused to hit Owens with the chair and the Bloodline betrayed him. He noted that, Roman Reigns ordered him to get super kicked over and over again. And then Cody Rhodes just still teamed up with him at Bad Blood. So he said that Rhodes is going to deserve everything he's going to get at Saturday night's main event. This match is not happening at Survivor Series. Cody Rhodes will be defending his undisputed WWE Championship against Kevin Owens at Saturday night's main event on December 14th. And I like that strategy. That match does not need to happen tomorrow night. We got 2 WarGames matches and 3 title matches. Overkill to throw Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens on that card. I can wait till Saturday night's main event. Give me a couple more weeks of promos like this, and I'm all in. This has been excellent so far. Maybe Randy Orton's going to show up at Saturday night's main event. He'd be off TV for over like a month to sell that pile driver. I'm into it. I just think that this is leading to a triple threat match between Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, and Randy Orton down the line, and that's going to be great. Cody Rhodes versus Carmelo Hayes was the next match. Before the match, Carmelo Hayes cut a promo basically saying that Kevin Owens was right about everything. And just taking shots at Cody Rhodes and said Rhodes was the type of guy to stab you in the heart, not in the back. And why have enemies when you can have friends like Cody Rhodes? Cody was pissed, took it out on Carmelo Hayes during this match. And I will say that this match was awesome too. Carmelo Hayes is very gifted in the ring. They noted on that, he faced Rhodes in his first match on SmackDown after he was the first round draft pick. He hit an excellent cutter during this match. Just couldn't put Rhodes away. Eventually, Rhodes hit the Cody cutter of his own, and then the Crossroads for the pinfall victory. Good match. We'll see what they have planned for Carmelo Hayes moving forward. I don't know if he can elevate to the undisputed WWE Championship scene anytime soon, but he hung with Cody Rhodes for 15 minutes tonight. This wasn't a squash match. He showed that he belonged. He could win the United States Championship soon. Why not? But this was a great match. And like I said, I'm looking forward to Rhodes versus Owens at Saturday night's main event. When we get to the segment of the night, I was hoping this was going to be an in-ring promo, but then wouldn't make sense because this was a tape show. You wouldn't want to have a segment like this in front of a tape crowd. It needs to be in front of a live audience, in front of a live crowd with everybody tuning in live. But it was Roman Reigns and CM Punk. They had a meeting at a table with Paul Heyman in the middle. Roman Reigns and Heyman were showing first. Reigns is getting frustrated. CM Punk's running late. And he said, this guy's going to keep me waiting. That doesn't work for me. He goes to get up. He's mid getting up like this. And then CM Punk shows up and he slowly sits down. He's still fuming. And Punk looks at his watch. He says, I don't have that much time. And Reigns is like, well, thanks for showing up late then. And Punk was like, look, I didn't show up for you. I showed up for Heyman. Reigns, he says he's happy for CM Punk and Paul Heyman that they're friends again. He's like, I'm really happy for you. Really, truly, I'm really happy for you. And he gets all serious again and looks directly at CM Punk. But I don't like your tone. He didn't like his attitude, and he didn't like CM Punk in general. Reigns also said he had no want to team with CM Punk at Survivor Series, but Heyman said, look, if this doesn't happen, we're going to fall to Solo Sikoa's faction. He's going to have all the power. If you accept Punk on the team, at least we can hopefully survive at Survivor Series. Just a very doom and gloom statement from Paul Heyman. Just no confidence heading into Survivor Series. Look, we hopefully we can survive with CM Punk on our team. Punk said he didn't care if Roman Reigns didn't like his attitude, and he didn't like Roman Reigns either. Punk said he's here for Heyman. Reigns can get his Ulafalo back, but Punk wants scalps. He wants the heads of Solo Sikoa's bloodline for what they did to Paul Heyman in June in Madison Square Garden, power bombing him through the announce table because he refused to acknowledge Solo Sikoa as his tribal chief. He acknowledged Roman Reigns as his tribal chief several times tonight, so they could still be planning a betrayal, but that. At least he acknowledged Roman Reigns tonight. There was no interaction between the two of them when Heyman returned last week. Reigns then agreed to team with CM Punk one time, and Punk did the bloodline pose one time. And then he said, one favor. And Reigns looked confused. He said, I'm going to owe you a favor? And Punk laughed and said, no. Paul Heyman's going to owe me a favor after this. And after he got up and walked away, and after that, Reigns looks at Heyman and says, what's the favor? And Heyman's like, let's just get through Survivor Series, and then we can have all the time in the world to talk about it. And Reigns did not like that answer. This promo ended with Reigns staring a dagger just right through Heyman, and Heyman looking up eventually, and they were like, what the hell? And that's how the promo ended. Reigns was just staring right at Heyman, not happy with that, with his answer there. But this promo was excellent. I can't wait till they're in the ring cutting a promo against each other. Because Punk also said during this that if we want to revisit this conversation without Heyman after Survivor Series, he'd be happy to do so. I'm all for that. And an in-ring promo, we'll see what happens at Survivor Series. We'll see what the favor Heyman's going to have to owe Punk after Survivor Series. There's a lot of moving parts, a lot going on, but just excellent storytelling again. Women's United States title tournament triple threat match. Minchin, Mia Yim versus Lash Legend and Piper Niven. Lash Legend looked great in this match. He's extremely talented, very powerful, lifted Niven up with ease, but she didn't get the win. She slammed Niven down, but Minchin came out of nowhere, shoved Legend out of the ring, and stole the victory. And she will be heading to Saturday night's main event in the there'll be a fatal four-way to crown the inaugural Women's United States champion. There'll be one more triple threat match next week. But Minchin has never won a singles title in WWE or the Women's Tag Team Championships in WWE. So she would be an interesting choice as the first Women's United States champion. I don't think Bayley needs it, but we'll see. But this was a fun match. Everybody looked good. Piper Niven looked good. Minchin hit like a crazy springboard moonsault onto Legend and Niven outside the ring during this match. He was impressive. Just a good match. I would not be opposed to seeing Minchin win the title at Saturday night's main event next month at all. Finally, we get to the main event. Jacob Fatu versus Jey Uso, Survivor Series advantage match. The winner earns the advantage for their team. Otherwise, another way of saying it, one of their guys gets unlocked from the shark cage first when the timer goes up the first timer. So Jacob Fatu versus Jey Uso, this match was great. Nobody interfered. Jey Uso, I thought he had the match won. He hit the Uso splash, but Fatu just kicked out. This dude, for his size, is like a ballerina. I don't understand how he does this stuff. These springboard moonsaults. He has no trouble at all. Just going from 0 to 100 miles per hour. It's crazy. But Fatu eventually picked up the win with a springboard moonsault. He hit a Samoan drop on Jey Uso on top of the announce table. It didn't break, unfortunately, but he rolled him back in the ring, hit a springboard moonsault for the pinfall victory, and he shouted, "I love you, Solo," right before he hit the moonsault, and then hugged Solo Sikoa after the match. Solo Sikoa said, yeet, mocking Jey Uso, and just vowed to win at Survivor Series. So that was that. The new Bloodline Solo Sikoa's team has the advantage at Survivor Series WarGames. And overall, this is a damn good episode of SmackDown right before Survivor Series. The Punk Reigns promo is something people are going to be talking about for a while. I can't wait till they're in the ring. But for a pre-taped show, for a segment that was done very well. It was like a mob boss meeting with Paul Heyman involved. It was great. But that's it for the SmackDown review. It's now time to predict WWE Survivor Series. All right, let's start with the Women's WarGames match. It's Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Naomi, Io Sky, and Bayley versus Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, and Candice LeRae. I think I think the heels are going to win this match, but I think there's going to be a major babyface turn afterwards. I think I've been predicting this for like 3 months straight now, but I'm going to be right this time. Tiffany Stratton is going to help her team win, and as Nia Jax and Liv Morgan, everybody's celebrating. Maybe Nia Jax, is off to the side on her own. Jax is going to cash in on her, and she's leaving this match as the new women's world champion. That's what I'm hoping for. I really want to see Tiffany Stratton finally cash in because, Nia Jax has essentially replaced her with Candice LeRae, so they can just get rid of the alliance between Stratton and Jax, and just Candice LeRae is Nia Jax's new buddy, and Nia Jax can drop the title to Stratton at WarGames. Maybe this is the first match of the night. Heels win, but Tiffany Stratton cashes in and becomes one of the biggest baby faces on SmackDown. That's my prediction for that match. Intercontinental Championship triple threat, Braun Breakers defending against Sheamus and Ludwig Kaiser. Said this on the Raw review. I would be fine with anybody winning this match. It's just a great, well-booked match. Sheamus has never won the IC title in his career. There would be an epic moment for him if he won it at Survivor Series. I don't think they're going to do that. Ludwig Kaiser is ready to be a single star. Gunther's telling him to be his own man, make a name for himself. It makes sense for him to win the IC title. It would elevate him instantly into a major star on Raw, but I don't think they're going to do that either because they need to keep the title on Braun Breaker. Gunther had a historic 666-day reign as Intercontinental Champion before moving on to the World Heavyweight Championship. I want to see something similar with Braun Breaker. Maybe it doesn't have to be 666 days. Maybe they can extend whatever this is and revisit the same damn match at Survivor Series. I mean, at WrestleMania next year in Las Vegas, or just Breaker versus Sheamus in Las Vegas, or whatever they want to do. But I don't see them taking the title off of Breaker. But if they do, I would really honestly have no problem with it because I would love to see that moment for Sheamus and Kaiser. He's going to be a star. He's going to be a single star too. But I think logically, I think they should keep it on Breaker because they've already cut his first title reign short to give a couple-week title reign to Jey Uso. Let's keep it on Breaker for at least a few more months. LA Knight will be defending his United States Championship against Shinsuke Nakamura. Nakamura hit Knight with the miss tonight. He's going into Survivor Series with all the momentum in the world. I think he's actually favored in like these betting odds sites to win the title. I don't think he's winning the title. I just don't think he should just come out of nowhere and return after being on hiatus for months on end and then just become the United States champion. I think it should be a couple more months here or another month, one more match between these guys. Maybe Knight picks up the win, but Nakamura keeps attacking him and he agrees to have another match with him next month sometime. And then you drop the title, but I'm not ready to see Knight lose the United States Championship yet. If Knight's going to lose the title, I want him to turn heel in the process. So this isn't the storyline where that's going to happen because Nakamura is clearly a heel, and I don't see Nakamura and LA Knight starting a faction together after this. So I would like to see Knight retain here, but they could give it to Shinsuke Nakamura. I just would feel really random to me. We're just getting into this feud. I'm just getting into it. I want to see a screwy finish somehow here and continue this feud. But I'm predicting Knight is winning and walking out of Survivor Series as the reigning United States champion. Then we get to Gunther versus Damian Priest. Gunther will be defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Damian Priest. Whew. The way they've made Gunther look the past few weeks on Raw has been just crazy to me. He's just looked so weak. Priest has made him look foolish. He hit him with a razor's edge through the announce table last week on Raw. This past Monday night on Raw after Gunther attacked him, blindside attack with 2 microphone shots to the head. It didn't matter. Priest shrugged him off, put him through the table. Gunther attacked him backstage a couple weeks ago, and Priest is signing autographs. Didn't matter. Priest beat the shit out of him then too. I just think it would be so obvious. They're making it seem like it's going to be obvious that Damian Priest is going to win. I can't imagine they're actually going to have Damian Priest win. Maybe Finn Balor gets involved in this match again. He screwed over Damian Priest at SummerSlam and cost him the World Heavyweight Championship against Gunther. But I'm not ready for Gunther's title reign to be over. Just end with like a whimper like this, like him looking like a shell of himself. I think they have a plan for Gunther. I don't know if they're turning him babyface. I don't know what they're doing. But hopefully we'll get some more clarity in this match, and I'm predicting Gunther wins. Hope he just gets pissed off, kicks out of a Razor's Edge, and just beats the hell out of Damian Priest. A few power bombs, refuses to cover him, just keeps power bombing him, and then finally pins him. And just like a dominant statement win for Gunther is what I'm hoping, so I'm going to predict that. The men's WarGames match, I'm assuming this will be the final match of the show. I don't know how it couldn't be with all the stars in this match. Roman Reigns, CM Punk, the Usos, and Sami Zayn versus Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and of course, Bronson Reed. I have no idea what's going to happen in this match, but I'm just going to throw out a guess here. Paul Heyman has something up his sleeve. Maybe he's aligning with Solo Sikoa. That really doesn't make that much sense. Just so that Solo Sikoa just had him basically murdered for not acknowledging him on the June 28th episode of SmackDown. Maybe he had a conversation with The Rock, and The Rock's returning. He's wrapped up all his filming duties for Moana 2, so maybe he's going to be at the show. He showed up at Bad Blood and stared at Reigns and Rhodes, and nothing ever came of that. They had to have done that for some reason. I'm expecting Paul Heyman to fuck over Roman Reigns during this match somehow, and maybe The Rock gets involved and helps Solo Sikoa's faction win. But I think we're just continuing this downfall of Reigns for the ultimate epic rise. Solo Sikoa pinned him at Crown Jewel. Maybe he's going to pin him again at Survivor Series to set up a singles match between Sikoa and Reigns. But I don't think he's just going to do it legitimately. I think Heyman's going to get involved, maybe The Rock. Something weird's going to happen, but it just can't end with Roman Reigns and CM Punk working together to win this. I don't think CM Punk's turning heel, but that's a possibility. But my official as official as it could get on the ridiculously lame wrestling show, I am predicting the heels, Solo Sikoa's Bloodline, to win. I predicted the heels to win the women's WarGames match too, and I'm doing the same thing here. A lot of heels winning at Survivor Series in my predictions, but that's the show. Thank you so much for watching. If you have not subscribed, please do so, and we'll catch you guys on the Survivor Series review tomorrow night.